Hey guys, how's it going? This is Robbie1 Kenobi, and earlier this morning, WWE broke the news regarding who would be the first inductee into the 2016 WWE Hall of Fame, and that person is none other than the icon, the franchise, the face of WCW, truly one of WCW's most loyal soldiers and one of the greatest of all time, Sting. Sting will take his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame this year, the night before WrestleMania 32. And of course, Sting is more than deserving of a Hall of Fame induction for everything he's done, everything he's achieved, and everything he's also contributed to professional wrestling. Now, in this video, I'm just gonna give my thoughts real quick about Sting going into the Hall of Fame. I'm not gonna give a complete I'm not gonna go through all of Sting's achievements and everything. I'm not gonna go through his career, year by year. I'm not gonna go in depth. I'm just gonna really talk about my thoughts on Sting going into the Hall of Fame. And like I said, he's more than deserving of going into the Hall of Fame for everything he's achieved in professional wrestling, everything he's contributed to the sport of professional wrestling. Sting was an enigma. It was a very colorful enigma. You had the Surfer Sting, who came out with the bleach blonde hair and the face paint, and he mixed the colors up and everything. And my earliest memory of Sting, if I recall, was when he was the Surfer Sting, and I just remember him mixing a bunch of different colors for his face paint and whatnot in his gear, and that's what really stood out to him the most. But my favorite memories of Sting were undoubtedly when he was the Crow from '96 until '98, when he then introduced his Wolfpack paint when he joined the NWO Wolfpack. That's another one of my favorite Sting memories. But the Crow was undoubtedly my favorite Sting persona because for a whole year he had this somewhat dark transformation. His Crow transformation was just incredible because he was feuding with the NWO, and the whole time he didn't say one word. He just would play mind games with the NWO, with Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Eric Bischoff. He was just playing mind games with these guys, screwing around with them. And eventually it led to the biggest match in WCW history, Sting versus Hogan, the match that we never got, before Sting turned Crow and before Hogan turned heel with the NWO. I had the honor of seeing Sting wrestle live at WrestleMania 31, and I thought it was awesome. That match with Triple H was awesome. It was one of the best matches of the night. In my opinion, the match of the night, call me crazy. It didn't have to be a technical wrestling classic. It was just a flat-out fight, and I loved it. And I've said before that I honestly would have preferred Sting win that match. He should have gone over. He should have won his first WrestleMania match, and probably his only WrestleMania match. But I found out in the Into the Light DVD, that documentary, that Sting decided to put Triple H over because he's an old school guy. Sting is an old school guy. And it's always been like a tradition of sorts to put the other guy over if you're going out in your last match. Now, I respect Sting for that, because he's old school. He knows what's best for business, no pun intended. But I honestly thought he should have gotten his WrestleMania moment. I mean, he does have the right to say he had a WrestleMania moment, that he wrestled Triple H in the Bay Area, Santa Clara, my hometown, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, and he had a great match with Triple H. It was a great fight, pretty much. I just preferred he got the win over Triple H. That's it. I mean, I've said it before. I'm not trying to, go negative or anything. I've said it before. But yeah, I mean, Sting is well deserving of a Hall of Fame induction. And I just want to say congratulations, Sting. You are more than deserving of this honor. Last time I saw Sting wrestle was at Night of Champions, and unfortunately that was when he suffered that severe neck injury when he took the buckle bomb from Seth Rollins. And they mentioned cervical spinal stenosis, if I believe that's the diagnosis, and I believe that's the injury that forced Edge to retire. We haven't heard much from Sting except this morning when he tweeted that he gladly accepts his induction into the 2016 Hall of Fame. But yeah, I do remember that interview where Sting said he's not sure if that was his last match, never say never, but I don't know if he would really wrestle after suffering such a severe injury like that. I'm thankful he didn't get paralyzed. I'm sure he's thankful he didn't get paralyzed. But that was a scary moment, and I remember seeing it, and something just didn't look right when he went down on his knees at Night of Champions after taking that buckle bomb and bouncing off the ropes. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here, to celebrate the fact that Sting is going into the Hall of Fame. You know, I do wish he would have had that match with The Undertaker. Not saying he's not going to have that match with The Undertaker, but it, of course, depends on whether or not he can still go after Night of Champions. But, you know, Sting was somewhat of a trendsetter for his time. He was one of the most loyal soldiers to WCW because he never jumped ship to WWE to the WWF during the Monday Night War. He stayed with WCW from the time he debuted until the night they closed their doors in 2001. That just shows you that he was a foundation of war, just like The Undertaker. And that's why a lot of people want to see Undertaker versus Sting. It's because you have the two most loyal guys to their respective companies that have never wrestled. I mean, Crow Sting versus Ministry Undertaker or Crow Sting versus Lord of Darkness Undertaker would have been a hell of a match. I still would love to see it at WrestleMania 32, but of course, it's if Sting can go or not. I know Undertaker could go for one more match, but can Sting go? But, you know, like I said, Sting and Undertaker, dream match that a lot of us wrestling fans would love to see. Speaking of Undertaker, you know, that now bears the question. Will Undertaker go into the Hall of Fame this year too? Could you imagine if he and Sting are the two major headliners of this year's Hall of Fame? That'd be insane. You know, that might be the closest we get to Undertaker versus Sting. Could you imagine them on the same stage, right at one after the other, sharing a Hall of Fame moment? That would be crazy. You know, we as wrestling fans, we can dream, but it comes down to, you know, if WWE is going to give Undertaker that Hall of Fame induction this year. I personally believe he deserves it too. He's more than deserving a Hall of Fame induction. He should get it this year because it's going to be in Texas, and I don't think Taker's going to wrestle after this year. 32 will probably be his last match. But yeah, you know, like I said, congratulations again, Sting, on going into the Hall of Fame this year. You're more than deserving of this induction. You know, you had great matches throughout your colorful career against the likes of Great Muta, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ric Flair. You know, that was the feud that put Sting over when he went, you know, he went one-on-one with the man. And you know the saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. You know, Sting wrestled Rick Rude a few times in WCW, I believe. Sting was a part of that legendary War Games match, the greatest War Games match of all time in '92, I believe. Sting Squadron versus the Dangerous Alliance. I saw that match recently on WWE Network. Great freaking match. I mean, you know, look at Sting's squadron. It was Sting, Dustin Rhodes, you know, a.k.a. Goldust. I believe Barry Windham was part of that team. Ricky Steamboat was on that team. And I don't remember the fifth guy. I'm really sorry. I don't remember the fifth guy off the top of my head. But yeah, I know for sure it was Sting, Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat. That's just 3 of the 5 guys. But look at the star power there, you know. And then Sting, of course, had that great feud with the NWO. He had that match with Hogan at Starrcade '97 for the WCW Heavyweight title. Wasn't the greatest match, but that was a big moment in Sting's career when he finally won the title, and they gave him that champions celebration, that champions welcome, so to speak. So you know, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I didn't want to go on for like 10-15 minutes. I wasn't going to go through all of Sting's career. I just want to come on here and extend my congratulations to Sting. A very well deserving honor that he's going into the 2016 Hall of Fame. He'll most likely be inducted by either Ric Flair or Lex Luger. You know, either one is fitting because Luger is Sting's very good friend, and Flair was Sting's greatest rival and the guy that put Sting on the map. He put Sting over. He made Sting look like $1 million in those classic matches they had, dating all the way back to the inaugural Clash of the Champions. So yeah, I mean, it's more than deserving of an honor for Sting. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame. I was thinking, you know, I was playing around with this idea in my head of the possibility of Sting making a surprise appearance at the Royal Rumble in a few weeks with the title being on the line. Maybe he'd be a surprise entrant. He doesn't have to really take a lot of bumps. I mean, he can be in there for a good 10 minutes just to say, hey, I competed in the Royal Rumble. I went for the title. Maybe have him eliminate a couple guys. Maybe have him go face-to-face with Undertaker if Taker's in the Rumble match. That would be cool. But if not, and WrestleMania 32 is the last time Sting goes, we see Sting on WWE television, then hey, what better way for him to go out than with a Hall of Fame induction? I mean, I know Ric Flair wrestled after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008. He wrestled for TNA. But that really shouldn't take away from how beautiful his induction was, and like the Leave the Memories Alone package that they aired for him the night after WrestleMania 24, you know, after that emotional showdown with Shawn Michaels. But yeah, if this is indeed Sting's last appearance on WTV WrestleMania weekend, then what better way to go out than with a Hall of Fame induction? You know, Sting has pretty much wrestled for WCW and WWE and other organizations before then. So, yeah, guys, I mean, congratulations, Sting. Hashtag thank you, Sting. And, of course, like, comment, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about Sting going into the in the Hall of Fame. And who would you want to see induct Sting? Ric Flair or Lex Luger? Who would you prefer? Or if not either of those guys, would you prefer someone else induct Sting? Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, guys. But that's pretty much it for this video. And like I said, as I'll say one more time, congratulations, Sting. Very deserving. You're more than deserving of this Hall of Fame induction. And I can't wait to see you get inducted in Texas on April 2nd, I believe. I won't be there in person, but I will be watching on WWE Network. And thank you, Sting, for a great WrestleMania moment and a great WrestleMania match last year with Triple H in my hometown of the Bay Area. That was an honor to watch you wrestle. Thank you for great memories, great matches, and you know, I always loved when you joined the NWO Wolfpack. Some people thought it was stupid. Looking back at it, because you did feud with them, I could see where they're coming from. I see where they're coming from. But you and the NWO Wolfpack was awesome. The red and black paint was just awesome. So thank you again, Sting. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.